Hickory. Coach, you've had a marvelous year. If you would reflect not only on tonight's game, but just a few comments about your year today.
We've had a great year. We came in here 29-0, playing a 31-0 team. Two great teams getting to play. I felt like we were prepared, but we came out in the first half and were slow getting going. Waited to the second half. It's hard to beat a really good team when you play only one half.
Questions for the coach?
Any thoughts on the slow start? Was it just was it nerves? Was it
I don't know. I mean, I felt like we did everything we could as far as preparation goes. We tried to simulate everything. I think Shadej would tell you we pretty much, I don't think they did anything differently than what we expected. We didn't hit well. That didn't help. Defensively, I think we were a bit tentative. We wanted to attack offensively. Then I think when we didn't hit well, I think we kind of went into a lull, started questioning ourselves, and it took halftime to really try to get their minds right so they could get themselves back in. I thought they made a great run, just too late.
What did you tell your team during halftime? Because you came out, you came as close as 5 points.
Right. We dug ourselves a bad hole, and at halftime I told them we didn't have a choice. We had to lay it out there on the court. We changed some things defensively, hoping that the pressure would cause some turnovers, which it did. The main thing was that we didn't have a choice. We had to lay it all out there. I mean, there was no question about it. We had to pick up the tempo. We had to attack. We had to do the same things we've been working on all week in practice. And they responded well. They attacked. They made shots. They played defense. Looked like a different team.
Questions?
You were down by 26, like you mentioned, you cut it to 5, but do you think that the girls maybe spent themselves rallying to get back in the ball game?
Well, I'm sure they spent themselves. They came down from a 21-point basically deficit there. Of course they probably did. But again, I go back to the fact we didn't have a choice. We had to do that. We had to get back in it. I think that like I said, I think we did as much as we could at that time. I think the other team was starting to get a little spent too, because they were obviously making turnovers and maybe quick shooting, things like that, which allowed us to transition and get the ball back down. It was just it was a game of effort in the second half. We didn't have that effort in the first half.
Coach, is that the first time you traveled?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
First time trailed by double digits?
Oh yeah, definitely that. These are great girls. We told them that. They had nothing to be ashamed of. Chapel Hill was here last year. I'm sure they had some more experience than we did. Maybe that was a difference in terms of the first half. I told our girls in the locker room they could do the same thing they did. They needed to start working on it tomorrow. We're a great group of young ladies. They work very hard. They just didn't look like that group that I'm used to seeing in the first half. Second half, I was tickled, but I knew it was going to be a battle because that was such a deficit we had at the time. Give credit to Chapel Hill for putting us in that position.
Or their numbers hurt you?
What number?
8, 9, 10 kids. Rotating in and out.
A lot of games they haven't done that. When you get a lead like that, you can do that. It's a little easier to do that, but if you look at film, technically they go 6 to 7 deep, which is about what we do in a closer game, which is pretty typical. If I had a 20-point lead, I'd probably be subbing some people too.
It's one thing that makes them tough, just that balance. They've got 3 or 4 girls that's starters that can all score 20 on a given night, and that it makes it even tougher to defend them.
Well, it does, and I think we're kind of the same type of team. We just didn't see it. They were able to maintain what they do. We were not. We're a very balanced team too. There's nights when we'll have everybody in double digits and maybe play half the game. It's very similar. Like I said, I think that it's hard for me to tell you a whole lot more than they came out and they played the first half and we didn't. I think if we'd have played that hard in the first half, who knows? Not a whole lot of critiquing other than really, I mean, if you watch the game, you could see that.
Questions for the player?
Did you sense the momentum changing as you guys closed the third quarter on a 15-0 spurt, and then it extended into the fourth quarter? At one point, it was 23-2. Did if you could have gotten over that hump, you know, and maybe gotten the game tied or within a possession, do you feel like maybe it could have gone a different way?
Yeah, I definitely think overall we should have played a lot better. Coming in, I think this game was more about having heart than anything, and I think we let up at times we shouldn't have. We gave up a little too easy. But if we had played like we did when the momentum got going the whole game, then I don't think we could have been stopped, honestly.
Last question.
Did you sense at all, Barb, whether you would play well early? Did you have a sense?
Whether I would play well?
Yeah, whether they would play well? Were you concerned at all?
No, I wasn't concerned. I know my team. They've always played well. I assumed they would play well. I wasn't worried about it. I wasn't thinking about it. I don't think I gave y'all that feeling. We were very positive coming in.
Coach, congratulations on a wonderful year.
Thank you.